Right, I'm about to leave my house for the South Downs Way 100 2024. Last year I DNF'd and I also managed to leave home without my water flasks. So I drove an hour and a half to Winchester, realised I hadn't got my water flasks, then drove back for an hour and a half and picked them up, only to then leave my phone at home. So it was a disaster. It was also incredibly hot last year, which won't happen this year. So hopefully I've remembered everything. I think I've got everything. There's one thing I'm just realised I did forget, and that was a 6-month training block, but you can't have everything. We'll see how we go, and hopefully I will finally finish a 100 miler, but let's see. The South Downs Way is a footpath which starts in Winchester, Hampshire and finishes in Eastbourne, East Sussex. It's approximately 100 miles in length, has just over 3,000 metres of elevation. We have 30 hours to complete this course. There are also 12 aid stations along the route to allow us to refuel and rehydrate. So it's the evening before the race, and participants are expected to turn up at this point and register at the start line at Matterley. Okay, I'm on the Holiday Inn now in Winchester, ready to roll. I'm going to go and have something to eat and then hopefully get a decent night's sleep. It's just gone 8:30, and so I'm going to try and get some sleep now. Hopefully I can get a good few hours in before the race in the morning. Early start. Race starts at 6, so my alarm's set for 10 to 5. Interesting. Good morning.
Who are entered into this year's Grand Slam on leg 2 of the Grand Slam. Okay, and
So, 9 minutes to go at the start of the South Downs Way 100 2024. As usual, I've got my fellow Avon Valley running buddy Ade here with me to show me how it's done. South Downs Way, here we go. Go Ade!
I'll see you later, mate.
See you later, bud.
Have a great one.
You too.
Go on, Stephanie.
So starting with the loop of the Matterley Bowl. So the race starts with 2 laps of the Matterley Bowl. The reason for this is that we can't start our race in the middle of Winchester for obvious reasons, and therefore to ensure that we actually do 100 miles, we do about 3.5 miles in Matterley Bowl before we then hit the South Downs Way and head eastwards. Okay, so we're out of the Matterley Bowl now and heading on to the South Downs Way properly. The plan today is to try to, as long as the phone battery allows, to log a video, I don't know, every 10 miles or every aid station, something along those lines, just to track how I'm feeling and try and monitor the deterioration and spot things when they go wrong for next time, and remember what they were. So yeah, obviously in the night time, if I get that far, there may be less point of doing a video because I can't even see anything, but that's a long way off. Right, so that's where we're going at the moment, and yeah, that's what's behind. Check in a bit later. So as you've just seen, we started off with a couple of laps of the Matterley Bowl. We then joined the South Downs Way, travelled for about 10 miles until we reached the first aid station at Beacon Hill Beaches. So just under 10 miles gone, in, what's that, 2 hours and 7 minutes, I think. Just coming up to the first aid station. I've tried to keep it super easy. So far, obviously feel fine. But early doors, of course. Looking forward to seeing what culinary delights Centurion Running have waiting for us up here. I can hardly contain myself. Anyway, I'll speak again soon. time for another vlog. 19.5 miles, so coming up to 20 miles. And I think we're about 2-3 miles away from the next aid station. So far, everything seems to be okay. I'm still trying to keep it low effort. I think I've done a pretty good job there. Maybe I've run a bit more recently in the last half an hour, but I don't think I've ever done it. So anyway, it's slightly uphill at the moment, so I thought I'd have a rest and log another video. But yeah, it's still early days, but well, nearly a fifth of it done at least. Right, just finished at checkpoint 2. Had an extended stop there. Nature wasn't just calling, it was hollering my name extremely loudly. So we are back on the road, the Royal Wee days. What have we done? So 22 miles it's saying, and what is it? 3 hours 35 minutes. So yeah, I was stationary for a good 15 minutes back at the aid station without going into too much detail, but I have also managed to take on a bit of fluid and had a cheese wrap. So the stomach has been feeling a bit weird since I took some water on between aid stations onto this tap that was labelled drinking water. I think it was fine, it's just full of probably quite mineral rich, and so my stomach started to feel a bit tight after that. But anyway, I'm feeling a bit better now. Check in later.
Let me chalk you up.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Cheers. Right, just leaving Cocking aid station, which is where I left, where I DNF'd last year. So nice to get past here. About 35 miles in, what's that? It's 10 to 3, so I can't even do the maths anymore, but quite some time anyway. Started at 6 in the morning, I'll work it out later. Anyway, heading off up the hill now. So, just climbing out of Cocking aid station. Things are definitely getting a bit more interesting now. I'm tiring, but nowhere near the point of quitting. So, hopefully, I can keep going all the way to Eastbourne. But time will tell. Just take it steady. Going up a beast of a hill at the moment, so no running for the foreseeable future. Anyway, I will check in later. Fatigue aside, there's worse places to be right now. This is lovely. I'm actually quite enjoying it at the moment, which is what it's all about. Stunning countryside. Just leaving the latest aid station, 46 miles in. I just had a good at least 15 minutes, maybe 20 minutes sit down. I'm getting tired now, and I needed to have a proper rest, and had some soup and sausage rolls and a bit of cheese, and some Coke. So yeah, a bit of a refuel there. It needed to happen. I just got to wait for it to kick in. In the meantime, plod on. From a psychological perspective, right now is one of the more difficult times in the entire race, simply because you're exhausted and yet you've still got so far to go. It really does become as much of a mental challenge as it does a physical one at this stage. So, good news and bad news. Bad news is I'm shattered. The good news is I've just gone past the halfway point. So that's approximately 50 miles in, coming up to 13 hours. So that would mean I'd finish in 26 hours if I repeated that again. There's no chance of that happening. So I think we're looking at 28, 29 if things go well, which is still under the 30 that I need to do. So just got to keep going and not let the mind games defeat me. Right. Okay, I'm just amazed by this camera. It makes it look like there's still quite a lot of daylight. It's almost pitch black, but it doesn't look like it here. Wow. Anyway, yes, I've been charging my phone for a while, so this is my first vlog in a while. I went through the 54 mile aid station, spent a good half an hour there, ate a load of food, and about half an hour after eating that, I started to feel a lot better, so I'm pleased with that. It was definitely worth spending the time. I think it's 7 minutes past 10, and I think I'm 57 miles in now, something like that. 57, maybe 58, I'm not sure, something around there. I'll look and Strava when I get finished. But yeah, a bit of a second wind at the moment thanks to the food I had, but obviously I lost a load of time against cut off in the aid station. I spent over half an hour there, so things are a bit tighter now, but we'll see. At the moment I think it's still possible. Normally by now I know I won't finish. I just feel appalling. At the moment I haven't reached that point, so that's positive at least. Still plenty of time though. I think the next aid station's in about 3 miles, so I shall now head off that way. I think I can see Brighton on the horizon over there. I don't know if that's visible or not on the camera, but I think that's what it is. Anyway. I'll check in later. Good morning. Sun's almost up. It's been a while since I last posted a vlog. It's been dark in one reason, and the other reason is that I'm now really struggling for cut-offs. At one point I had 2 hours in hand, now it's down to 37 minutes. I've still got 22 miles to go, and these hills are beasts. I just can't stop hemorrhaging time on them, so I'll do what I can on the downs, but it's going to be really difficult. But I'll keep going until it's impossible. See what happens. Okay, so a more positive update. 87 miles in, half marathon to go, and whilst I've not been able to really gain any time against the cut-off, I do seem to have stemmed the hemorrhaging. So I've still got 37 minutes to play with, and there's only two. I'm up the top of a hill now, so downhill for me on that one. And then, we've got the turn left here. I probably missed my turn. Oh, it's over there, isn't it? Well, if I keep going wrong, I ain't gonna help, but 2 hills to go, and I seem to still have 37 minutes left. So in terms of time in the bank versus cut off. So yeah, certainly much more positive again. I was seriously considering throwing in the towel at the last aid section when I thought it wasn't possible, but yeah, very glad I didn't, and thank you to the staff for the aid station for helping me do the maths. Right. The penultimate aid station in Alfriston, in the church. Having some nuts and some minestrone soup. Nice sit down for 5-10 minutes. I think I'm going to write for time, so yeah. No, this is so hot. Right, just gone past the last aid station. I didn't bother to stop, I've got enough fluid. It's only about 4 miles to go, I think. So one hill, but apparently it's not too bad. So yeah, really within striking distance now. I cannot wait for this to be finished. Left toe, little toe is suddenly blistered and a bit of a sting in the tail there, but this is gonna push through now. Not faffing around with that. Anyway, I shall make another video, possibly when I'm on top of the hill and I can see the track, and definitely when I get around the track. Okay. Hooray, we're here. Oh, just a lap. Woohoo! I tell you what, 400 meters looks a heck of a long way when I feel like this. Boy oh boy, am I pleased to be here. You little beauty. Oh. Here we go then. Big finish. Addy! My word, am I pleased to see you? Oh, come on! Oh, oh. Thank you. You want the tracker, don't you?
Yeah.
Nice, okay. So absolutely delighted to have finally finished one of these 100-mile races. I don't mind admitting that that was my 4th attempt at completing one. The furthest I'd got previously was 61 miles, so it was a big improvement on that. There were times when I didn't think I was going to finish this one either, but in the end, I have to say the weather and the conditions couldn't have been any better, and I did know this on the way around. I thought to myself, if I don't do it this time, I ain't getting any younger. It ain't going to get any easier. It's now or never. So I pushed through, and I'm so glad I did. What an event. Thank you to Centurion Running for putting it on. And yeah, hopefully many more adventures to come.